Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another week of Let's Learn Algebra at Home. It's going to be fun. Squirrel and I have been doing a very good job social distancing. Uh, Parents want us to go to Rochester, but I really feel like that's a bad plan for me. Squirrel also is not a fan of the car, so that would be bad. So far, I am still in Gilbertsville at the Izzo homestead. Got plenty of food and supplies. We're just gonna hunker down and get some good kitty cuddle time in. Um, let's take a look at what this week is going to be, because why not? Today, we are starting piecewise functions. But I'm doing special piecewise functions. These are called step functions. Tomorrow we're going to actually be looking at piecewise. That is not how you spell piecewise. Let's try again. Piecewise. And then we're going to do the same thing tomorrow, only this one's going to be actually piecewise functions. And then we're going to have some scary piecewise functions, because why not? That just sounds like fun. Thursday, we are going to be reviewing. And Friday is going to be our test on this stuff. Who's excited for the test? Squirrely's very excited for the test. She's been studying. She did very well on the quiz. Yes, there were other people who did not do as well as Squirrel on the quiz. Well, yes, a lot of people had troubles getting to the quiz. Yes, and some tried to get to the quiz, but the quiz was closed by the time they wanted to get to the quiz. So today this week we were going to do labs. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea, does it? Yeah, a lot of people still can't get on Edmodo. So because people can't get on Edmodo, what we are going to do is we're going to revisit that quiz. So Monday, today, this afternoon, I am going to reopen the quiz. But it's going to look like a completely new quiz to you. If you are happy with your grade, you don't have to do this. If you are happy, you don't have to do this. If smiley face, no quiz. Well, because some people aren't smiley face. No, some people are frowny face, Squirrel. If they've got a frowny face, then they can retake the quiz. So they can retake the quiz, get a higher score maybe. Maybe do it because they didn't do it, because they didn't get a chance to do it. Yeah, and it's going to be open all the way until Thursday. Yes, I'm also going to extend the time limit, don't worry. Apparently 6 hours was not enough for 20 multiple choice questions. That happens when Edmodo just like sort of cuts out on you and says, good luck. Yeah, it was very mean. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be doing piecewise, and then as I say later I'm going to reopen that quiz for those of you who would like to do the quiz over again. Yes, Squirrel, you can redo the quiz if you want to, but you got a good grade. You don't have to. She's probably going to redo the quiz. She really liked that quiz. There were a lot of pictures. They were very fun. Okay, so let's take a look at piecewise. Piecewise is a very special type of graphs. They are terrifying, just terrifying. So let's dive right in. Step functions. You ready for this, Squirrel? It's gonna look scary, but it's okay. A of x. Okay, we can do f of x if you want. Would you prefer f of x? She does like f of x is better than just a random like a of x or b of x. Okay, so f of x, and then there's a curly bracket, 10 comma -1 less than x less than or equal to 1, and then 8 comma 1 less than x less than or equal to 3, and then 6 comma 3 less than x less than or equal to 5. Yep, That's what the equation looks like. Squirrel was terrified. She ran away. She's not like this at all. It's so beautiful though, isn't it? All right. So with the step function, we have certain levels. This part tells you what level we are on. This part right here tells us how much time we spend on that level. So for our first step, we are going from -1 to 1. So from -1 to 1 is there, but we're not at level 0. No, instead of being at level 0, we're up at level 10. So from here to here, we are up at level 10. So this is 10 right here. So we're going to be up at level 10. Now notice this sign is a strictly less than sign. That means that at -1, we're going to have a bubble. And at +1, we have a less than or equal to sign. What happens to the bubbles when we got that line underneath? We fill it in. Squirrel's just shaking her head right now. Okay, next one. We go from 1 to 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, but we're not at level 0. We're going to be up at level 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to be up at level 8. And once again, we're going to have no fill bubble and fill the bubble. Look at that, so pretty. Okay, next one. We are going to be level from 3 to 5. So 3, 4, 5. So I'm just counting like normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And from, what are we doing? From 3 to 5? From 3 to 5, that's 3 to 6. Let's try again. 3 to 5, we are going to be up at level 6. So we're going to be up here from 3 to 5. And once again, open bubble and close bubble. And that's how we do it. And if you take a look, they actually sort of look like stairs. Oh, that guy looks like he's falling off the stairs. That's a bad idea. No, put the guy on top of the stairs. Look at that. He's a happy guy. He's going to go down the stairs. He's very safe. Squirrel does not think he's safe. Squirrel's very, very distressed by this. That's why it's called step function. So we're just doing little snippets of lines at certain levels during certain times. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Oh, Squirrel went for a nap. Probably why. So I'm going to do b of x since Squirrel went for a nap. So b of x is equal to -5, comma, -8x, -4, 0, -4x, 0, and 5, 1, x, and 6. Okay. So once again, we're going to mark this is the level, and this is our time. That's our time interval. So from -8 to -4. From -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so from -8 to -4, we are going to be down at level -5. So go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be down at that level. Now what's happening with the endpoints? Well, we fill it in at -8. No fill in at -4. Okay. Next one. From -4 all the way to 0. Okay, we're going to be at 0. Oh, good. So we're going to be at level 0 right here. On the ground. Doesn't get any height here. And we've got open bubble, open bubble. Okay, that's odd, but okay, that happens. Sometimes they're both open bubbles, sometimes they're both closed bubbles, sometimes we got closed and an open. Doesn't really matter. Okay, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from 1 to 6. Notice what is happening here. Between 0 and 1, it just doesn't exist. There's no step, there's no stair. And look, we got some broken steps right here. It happens. I'm okay with it. We're going to be up at 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to be going from here to here. We've got filled in bubble and filled in bubble. And there we go. So we've got 1 of each. We've got 2 open bubbles. We've got 2 filled in bubbles. Sometimes all of them are open. Sometimes, like this guy, all of them have 1 filled in, 1 not filled in. Just depends on my mood, what I decide to do. Notice, be very careful. This guy, we have an open bubble on top of an open bubble. Open bubbles on top of open bubbles are good. We can do open on top of open. For this one, we had closed and open. So we can do open and open. We can do closed and open. But you cannot do closed on top of closed. That is illegal. You cannot have a closed bubble on top of a closed bubble. At no time should you have a closed bubble on top of a closed bubble. That is very wrong. That is illegal. Sometimes they will ask that on the Regents. Like they'll give you a picture, and on the picture they will have something where they've filled in this bubble and they filled in this bubble, and they'll say, what's wrong with this picture? And you'll say, -4 is wrong. Closed on top of closed. You can't have closed and a closed. Illegal. And so that would be the issue there. Notice I could have this because these are technically not on top of each other. This closed is on top of nothing and this closed is on the bottom of nothing. So I could close this bubble in and it would be totally okay. If I close that bubble in though, this one would have to be like that. So, I'm sure you have questions, and this would be the time where I ask about the questions. Squirrel has, of course, given up on this process. She took one look at that horrible, terrifying function from before and was like, nope, I'm done, I can't do this. She's just silly. It was just very silly of her, because it looks super complicated. Yes, it does. It's very silly of you to just walk away from something because it looks complicated. Yes, I understand that it looks complicated, Squirrel, but these steps aren't that bad. You just have to read it very carefully. Let's do one more. Let's try g of x. I don't know. I'm going to use g of x this time. Could be k of x, could be whatever I feel like it. D of x. 2, 4, and 1 are going to be my levels. And then I'm going to do x less than -3, -3x 6, and 6 less than or equal to x. Okay. So, as is before, we've got our levels, and we've got our times. So we've got -1, -2, -3. And this says x is big, nope, s is smaller than -3. It's on the smaller end, so x must be less than -3. Okay, so -3 and smaller than -3 would be everything that way? Everything that way. And are we at level 1? No, silly. We're down at level -2. So -1, -2, we're down at -2. It's going to be everything less than -3. And that endpoint is going to be an open bubble. Okay, that seemed complicated just because they didn't give us 2 endpoints. So because they didn't give us 2 endpoints, it's going to keep going. It's going to go off the map. It's going to keep going. That's why we put a nice arrow on the end, because it's going to keep going. Anything less than -3 is going to be at that level. Okay, next one. -3 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And we're going to be up at level 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way across here. 1, 2, 3. We're up at level 4. And endpoints. Open, open. Open bubble, open a bubble. Okay. And then this one says we are going from 6. 6 is less than x. Okay, 6 is less than x, which means x is everything bigger than 6. So 6 and everything bigger than 6. We are going to be up at level 1. So 6, everything bigger than 6 is going to be up at level 1. Because x is bigger than 6. Because it's bigger than 6, we're going to be all the way. So 7, if x were 7, it would be bigger than 6. 8, 9, 10, all the way until it's off of the map. If I had 502, that would be bigger than 6, and we would still be at level 1. Well, that's just a sad story right there. Story of my life. Okay, and this is a filled-in bubble right there. Now, as I said, check your bubbles. We got open and open. We got an open and closed. We do not have a closed and closed, so we are good to go. Remember, open and open are good, closed and open are good, but you cannot have a closed and a closed. If I had accidentally closed these 2 off, that would be illegal. I'd have to go back to the drawing board. There'd be something wrong with it. Also, if you notice, none of the steps should overlap. It's okay if there's a gap between the stairs. Like here, there's a gap between 0 and 1. There is no stair between 0 and 1. But there should not be a stair like here where it's overlapping my stairs. That's illegal. You cannot overlap. No overlap. You can have a gap. You can have a gap, but there's no overlapping. Open and open are good. Closed and open are good. Closed and closed, not good. Bad plan. It's like an open mind person and an open mind person coming together. That's okay. Open mind person and a closed mind person. It's okay. But if 2 closed people get together, that's just dangerous. Never want to see that. Bad stuff. All right. Yep. I know. I shouldn't get political. So those are how we do step functions right there. This is the basic form of a piecewise function. So tomorrow, piecewise functions are about to get scarier. Good news is the scary functions we can sort of do on our calculators. If you do not have a calculator, if you do not have a calculator on your computer, or if you do not have your handheld calculator, or something like that, you do need to message me so that I can get you a calculator. Try and get your calculator on your device. Yes, on the device, because the device you can charge. Calculator haven't given you charging cords. So try and get the calculator on your device. Good luck. If you need help, message me and we will talk about it. Also, in our beautiful thing right here, I will be setting up a Zoom meeting. It's called Zoom meeting. And that is where you can see me, you can talk to me, you can ask questions, we can have a conversation. That's going to be happening Thursday afternoon. So I'm going to reopen the quiz on Monday. On Monday, we'll reopen the quiz so that you can try it again if you want to try it again. You don't have to try it again if you're happy with your grade. But try it again if you want to try it again. The Zoom meeting will be happening Tuesday, probably in the afternoon after the lesson. And at that point, you can ask me questions, you can ask me for help, I can talk with you, and we can get things straightened out. Until Tuesday, you have homework. Your homework is going to be all 6 questions because, to be fair, there are only 6 questions. I think you can handle it. Actually, I lied. I only want you to do the first 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to talk about 5 and 6. 6 in particular, it's a very special question, so I want to talk about 6 in Tuesday's lesson. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. Today, you're just doing 1, 2, 3, and 4 for homework. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Squirrel might be there, she might not. It depends on her mood.